Here's what happened last time on the Incorrigible Party Plays Paranoia. We join Roy, Can, That's What, and Throbby as they hotwire a scrub bot, dismember an internal security senior evidence auditor, lose all the relics of heroic action, and luckily get contacted by internal security checkpoint A34 that the auto trucks have been stopped, along with a repurposed repair bot and an Autobot. They travel down some side tunnels to try to make their way there quietly, while killing some innocent civilians to make sure they don't get caught with their treasonous acts. Luckily, friend Computer shows up to have Roy fill out a survey on his favorite bouncy beverage drink, the most useful thing they did all episode. Now let's get back to the adventure.
He smacks the wall. Boom. roll for damage.
Friend Computer, this is a great time for a survey. Actually, orange is my favorite.
As the survey is continuing, the survey's continuing to go on with little check marks as you're talking, and it continues. Cherry vanilla, orange cherry vanilla. How about orange cherry vanilla grape? How about? And it just continues to go on and fills your entire screen as new things come along. You don't see when you hit the ground, you just feel it, and you hear people screaming and a lot of great pain, and you are going to take the injured status.
You hear other people screaming, and that's what giggling.
Oh my god, look at his leg! The bone's through the skin! There's blood everywhere!
So now that I'm injured, I have a -2 for every die roll,
do.
is that right?
Oh no.
That's correct.
Injured bad.
So that's -2 from your pool.
Dice,
Your
yeah.
the amount of die you roll, right?
That's right.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Ooh, how the turns have tied. I said that on purpose, you guys. Gosh.
So Throbby, you were hanging on, everything seemed to be going well, then everything went to shit. All of a sudden, a leg flew over, hit you in the face, you barely hang on, but you see Can is sliding back and forth, almost coming off the side of the vehicle. What would you like to do?
The three of you are idiots. I would like to throw a foam grenade into the corridor in which we are about to crash into.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. Okay, so you have one hand on Can's leg, which is keeping her from sliding completely
Yeah, I let go
off
of
the
Can.
top. Okay. So then you have one hand on the basket, the other hand you can shoot. You are on the driver's side. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Oh, did we have that somewhere?
You tell me. No, it's not on there. You just gotta tell me.
Throbby is ambidextrous.
Yes, he is ambidextrous, but he does prefer to do many activities with his left.
Perfect, because you're holding onto the
Many of
basket
them.
with your right hand, and that would not give you any disadvantage there. So yeah, you can pull that gun out and give it a try. Now you are
Throbby, pull it.
you are semi out of control here with this
I'm
vehicle.
gonna fall off and get run over, aren't I?
So we'll get to you next.
Yeah, I know.
This got crazy fast.
Just describe to me what you're trying to accomplish.
So I'm hoping to whip this foam grenade ahead of us, let it puff out this 30 cubic meter of foam as we, cushion us as we're very clearly going to crash into it. I'm hoping it gets better than hitting a wall or a pile of boxes.
Okay, so what would you like to use?
So the item on it says violence +2. Does that?
Okay.
What is
So
that? Does that
your,
dictate?
your stat? Your stat says 2 next to it.
Oh
on
no!
violence?
So on the foam grenade card itself, under action order, it has a violence +2, and then there's a bunch of other text of like getting out of the foam, which obviously doesn't quite apply yet.
You would get 2 additional die.
On top
so
of whatever I decide I would like to use.
Exactly. It would be like raising your violence up by 2.
Oh, sweet. Well, then I would like to use violence and melee if possible.
I feel like it's more of a throw.
Oh yeah, there is a throw. curses.
Yeah.
Definitely a throw.
Unless you can convince me for some reason how it's you want to do it in a way that would be a melee
He's gonna
attack
punch
on
the
something.
grenade.
Okay,
through the
okay.
air.
Drop the grenade and then drop kick it. Drop kick
I
it.
would just maybe like to toss it up and just like bat it like a volleyball. Just like spike it.
Hi-ya!
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Give that a shot.
Okay. So that's
This game is nuts.
my violence is 3, melee is 2, plus the 2 additional from the grenade, so that's a total of 7
Baby.
What?
You can't
did
possibly
not need,
lose.
You did not
Just
need
out
the
of
melee.
curiosity, what is your throw?
dice. 0. So at least it's not negative.
4.
So I'm going to say that you're going relatively quickly on an out of control vehicle with a lot of things moving around. You've just dropped Can, and she flew off in front of you, and now you're going to pull this grenade out of your pocket, pull the pin, throw it up in the air, and volleyball
Spike
smashes.
it, yeah.
Is that how you use it?
Yeah, I'm a spiker.
And
You
the
said
idea
it
here
and
is
spiked.
to get it into a 5-foot corridor that's with the truck going 30 mile an hour up in front of you to have it explode to be able to catch the vehicle.
Yep.
That is going to be very hard, I would believe. So that would be a 4. Is there?
You got this.
That's beyond difficult.
Strawby.
Don't forget the computer
1,
die.
2, 3. 3.
Ah, no.
Damn.
Pretty damn good though. So you do drop Can. She falls off to the side. You pull the grenade out.
You can't even fall correctly.
You throw it up in the air. You volleyball whap it. But the truck's sort of weaving around and it hits the front of the vehicle or the scrub bot and explodes, putting foam all over the front of the vehicle.
That's a cushion.
Yeah, so it is. It's not exactly what you wanted, but it has put a big cushion of foam at the front of the vehicle.
Bumper.
So can you read the text on the what the grenade does?
Yes, I will. And I'll say before I do, the other thing I was thinking of doing is just tossing one right into the basket itself. So that could have been a little different. So it says, this grenade creates 30 cubic meters of gray sticky foam that solidifies in 2 combat rounds, immobilizing anyone caught in it. You can make a violence plus melee roll to get free before it sets. No chance after that. Anyone completely covered will suffocate in 1 to 3 minutes. Foam does not burn, cannot be lasered, and R&D is developing a solution that will dissolve it without dissolving clones trapped within.
Wow, those are deadly.
Okay, so 30 cubic
thing you
meters
wasted
is a pretty significant
That's
area.
a big ass area.
Yeah, so there's going to be some people that caught up in this mess too.
Oh, more bystanders.
No.
And
he's
I'm
talking
also
about
going to
you,
ask ask each of you, except for Can, who fell off the vehicle, to roll me
on.
some kind of a dexterity type check.
Oh, come on. I'm way behind. I fell off ages ago.
I'm sorry, and Roy. Roy's good. Roy is watching different types of bouncy beverage. He's off on his own. So basically, Throbby and that's what.
Okay, he said it's a violence melee check.
Yeah.
To get out of the phone.
So
To get
Yeah.
To get out of the foam. What I'm asking you guys to do is if you can duck out of the way.
Oh,
of-
okay. You're not
of
assuming
all
we're
the-
in it. Okay.
So this big explosion of foam happens in front of you, and you actually get a little bit better chance. That's what, because you are in the back of the vehicle, so there's a good chance that you could go through it completely. It's going to be a little more difficult for Throbby.
I would like to roll athletics for sure. You pick the stat.
Oh, I like it. I like when if you tell me to pick the stat, that might give you a little.
It's
little
not going to
help
be
there.
brains. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say
Then
Physics.
he says brain.
mechanics. You're going to be able to. Yeah. So you can. So what does that give you?
5.
Okay, and your difficulty for you is going to be a 2 because you do have the advantage of being in the back in the basket.
Okay, so I would like to play a reaction card to me throwing the grenade. Just mistaken identity. As far as everyone, including the computer, is concerned, the target didn't perform that action. Someone else did. Try to persuade your GM who you want it to be and see if they listen to you. I would like to persuade everybody in the area and that's witnessing this that Can threw the grenade.
I knew that was coming.
And, threw it really poorly, so that kind of was part of what tumbled her off of this racing machine. But it wasn't me.
Perfect.
It definitely wasn't Throbby.
John, I have easy come, easy go. Place any face-up card on the table. That card is placed on the bottom of its respective deck. Whatever its in-game effects were, they no longer apply.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so you guys lose both of those cards, but yes, so you.
I feel like we have a lot left to go. You guys are using
This is like Uno.
You sort of lean over and you go and you sort of point at her and go, "Oh my God, what did you do?" But everybody obviously saw you do the volleyball grenade.
I'm like flying through the air, going, "We let go of me, you bastards!"
So that's what did you roll,
Elena?
Oh,
what did you roll?
I forgot that's my name. I ended up getting 2 5s and the computer had a 3. So.
Okay, perfect. So
yeah, boy.
you hear this explosion, and you just saw Roy roll out onto the ground, and you sort of duck back, holding your hand out, still holding onto the control somewhat, but you dodge as this goo goes down both sides of the vehicle as it hasn't solidified yet, but it is just sort of engulfing around the whole place. So I still need Throbby to do some kind of a dexterity avoidance check of some kind.
I would love to use stealth to get around to the back of the basket.
How is that stealth?
So you do have one hand on the
I'm
basket.
quick.
And you could
athletics debatable.
Could I try to maybe just hoist up inside of it?
So yeah, you're sort of holding on and you take your grenade out with your left hand and chuck it. So you have your right hand is on the basket. You could sort of try to throw yourself back into the basket if you want.
Okay.
What would you like to use for that?
Oh, crap. I'm not very good at any of that. I'd like to intimidate the basket and letting me inside of it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So you have to paint you're gonna have to paint me a picture of what that looks like.
No basket's gonna let you in.
And the award for least persuasive player goes to...
Basket, I know we've been through a lot, but I'm telling you, you have to let me inside of you. It's for the good of us and for the good of the mission.
Gosh, Throbby is asking to.
You're just not picking up on that.
Yeah.
I take back the award.
I'm so glad that this is Patreon only, y'all. Oh my gosh.
Now,
Ruining
if
my
you don't let me
family-friendly
if you don't let me inside of you, I
reputation.
do understand, but I am telling you, both of our lives depend on it.
I think it's the way you're phrasing it. Let me inside of you.
You know what?
Consent. Wink, wink.
How many
Consent is
dice?
cool.
How many dice will that give you?
Well, my intimidate is. Oh, I was intimidating. I wasn't. My intimidate's 3.
Okay.
Oh
So
my gosh.
how about you do a brains and intimidate then?
Okay.
And
To a
your
basket.
difficulty level in convincing the inanimate object of the basket to let you squeeze inside.
Okay. He doesn't need
It's
to
gonna
squeeze.
be,
He's not that big of a deal.
You know what? Since you are from BDE sector, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. I'm going to say only a 2 is what's needed because
Oh,
because
come on.
any basket would gladly let somebody in from that sector.
Oh my gosh.
I have a total of 3 dice here. Then I have nothing in brains.
That figures.
Cave is absurd. I
Yeah,
love it.
and you need 2.
Ah! Huzzah! 2! Yeah!
No
And a computer die?
and a 2 on the computer die.
We take away your BDE die for saying huzzah.
Okay, so as you see this impending doom coming from the grenade that you threw, and you know how this grenade works, and you know it's going to be really bad. You lean back with your hand, and you look at the basket, and you convince it, and it sort of slides over to the side a little bit on its hinges, beckoning you in. And as it does that, that's what I need you to be able to hang on to the controls, because the basket is moving to the far side, and you could actually drop the controls at this point. So,
I mean, what are the controls gonna do in the goo anyway? I guess. All right.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna see if you can hang on to this.
Is there a self-destruct button on the controls?
I program self-destruct buttons into everything I make.
Yeah, I was gonna say apparently Can also made this thing sentient, so
So what is
and thirsty.
That's right.
You never know when that
what
comes
is
in handy.
making me lose control of the controls again? The
So
grenade?
the basket is sort of moved over on its
Oh.
its hinges to allow for Throbby to enter, and as it does so, you've probably lost about a good 6 to 8 inches on your side.
Wait, how
And
much?
you know how much 6 to 8, and in this case, it does matter.
So I heard Throbby's plea,
Yeah.
and I saw the 6 to 8 inches.
Yep.
So I'm playing adaptive resources,
Oh no.
which is a reaction. I improvise a melee weapon out of something mundane. Describe what you find. The GM has veto over your description. The weapon adds +1 dice as long as it's useful and intact. If the GM's particularly pleased by your description, it adds +2 dice this round and 1 dice thereafter.
So tell me what you're trying to accomplish.
I'm going to hit Throbby with something. With a with an improvised melee weapon. Because this jerk is wooing a basket right in front of my eyes. You said the body of Leave and Be Gone was kind of churned up, but is there like a
Arm
severed
bone or
leg
something?
or arm? Yeah, I'm thinking like leg, just like a boot in the face.
Femur?
Yeah, I'm going to say that when he ran over, the bottom part of his arm, minus the hand, did get stuck up underneath, and it was sort of hanging in between the bottom of the vehicle and the basket. So there is sort of the forearm with meat still on it that is able. You can grasp it.
I think we call
Visible
that a
now that the
drumstick.
basket has moved.
That's right.
I take the blue drumstick and I try to melee attack Throbby.
Okay, so Throbby does make it into the basket. As Throbby, satisfied that he has convinced the basket to let him in, pops in with a big smile on his face. You reach down, see this forearm, grab it, and also you would have to release the controls at this point in time.
Yeah, that's
Are you
fine.
okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So make an attack roll. Let's see. What do you want to describe to me how you want to beat him with this forearm?
I see myself choosing to drop the controls, two-handedly pulling this arm piece out of the grinder, essentially, and just swinging for the fences at his face.
Okay. What do you want? What do you want to use?
Let's do violence and, how far away is he? Is it a throw?
It's nope. You're in like a 3.5 foot, 4 foot wide basket, so you're right next to him.
Alright, it'd probably be melee, to be honest, but I have negative in melee, but I'll do it. It's fine. It makes
So
sense.
violence and melee does sound like the right ones to do.
Yeah, so
what-
that only gives me a 1, because I have -2 in melee.
Okay, so you roll 1. I'm going to give you a pretty good. I only think you're going to need a 1 unless you to actually clock him in the head. Do you have any anything that gives you any advantages? Any
Well,
action cards?
that
or-
adaptive resource card gives me a +1, and if you're particularly tickled, it adds 2.
I do like the fact that you're beating him with a forearm after he jumped in the basket.
So the minus doesn't subtract the dice, right? Doesn't that do something else? Doesn't that on the results?
Oh, sorry, what?
No, I think it's just the amount of dice you
No,
pull
last
together.
time that's what we originally thought, but I thought you read something different because last time we played, it was like the fails.
If it was
negate
a zero.
successes.
Yeah, if the negative dice, you still roll them, and if they're not successes, they take away from the ones that are successes.
Right. So, for example, if she had a -3 dice, like she had 2 negatives, and it ended up being a -3 total, you still roll 3 dice. But if you don't roll a 5 or a 6, it is a negative consequence. But you still have a positive number.
Okay, I got you.
I have a
your dice.
3 plus a -2, which is a positive number.
+1, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm giving you the opportunity. I'm going to say it's going to take a bit of effort, which is a 1 success. So you get to roll 1 die,
Okay.
and you have to get a 5 or a 6 to
Yeah.
succeed.
But my adaptive resources card is what I played, so I get plus 1. But if he can choose to give me +2,
I will give you the +2, so you get to
okay.
roll
So
3
I'm
dice.
rolling 3 and a computer die. Okay.
Yeah, rolling 3 and a computer die.
I fail, and the computer gets a 1. So
Okay, so you didn't roll enough
I
5s and
whiffed
6s.
real bad.
So what were your die rolls, by the way, just so I can?
1, 1, 3.
Okay, so you failed pretty poorly.
Yeah.
You reach down, you grab this forearm, you give him a look as his shit-eating grin on his face looks at you, and you swing right past his face. The forearm was not quite long enough, and you miss completely, and the arm goes flying out the back, and you grab onto the back of the basket, where the basket starts to shake because it's been moving around on the hinges. And you are going to have to give me some kind of a check here. How about a mechanics and athletics to make sure
I'm
you
just
don't
really
fall
athletic.
out the back. Yeah.
Okay, so
that makes sense.
I have 5 die then.
Yep, and it's going to be a difficulty of 3 because you're going to trying to keep from falling out the back.
1 success. That's a 5, 3, 2, 2, 4,
Anything on the computer die?
3.
Okay, so you do fall out the back, head first. Take right into the pavement. You are going to take the hurt injury, which is going to give you a -1 on any future die roll, right?
Okay.
I believe the hurt does. And you roll out the back as you see this foam sort of engulf the vehicle. Okay, Can, you're off
Damn it.
rolling onto the
I
ground.
hope you've forgotten about that.
So, unless you can explain to me somehow you can land and not get hurt, we're going to be doing some damage.
I was on top. He let go of me. I rolled over to Throbby. He let go of me, and then I rolled where?
Yeah, Throbby had your leg, and the other leg was held by Roy. Roy let go, you start sliding across, you drop the controls, and you think, oh, well, that's fine because Throbby's got me, and he instantly he doesn't even pretend to try to hold on to you. He just lets go. You go sliding off, and you're headed towards the ground.
Off the side where Throbby was?
Off the side.
How
Yep.
much room is there currently?
It's a big, wide open space, but you're headed towards a small
Okay, so I'm
hallway.
rolling off the side, and man, am I pleased to see you.
Now you are coming very close to the corn dog stand now.
The corn dog, what's the word for the, Vendor.
The vendor.
Purveyor is actually the word I was looking for, but vendor works too.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty fancy.
That is way too fancy.
He calls himself the purveyor, of course, but everybody else knows he's just a
He
vendor.
drops all his corn dogs and rushes over to catch me as I fall.
Interesting. I do like it.
Whoa. Can we make an argument against the argument? Because, like, a corn dog purveyor would never drop their corn dogs in favor of catching a
I
stranger.
have a card called Man, Am I Pleased to See You? He's not a stranger to me. He knows me.
A purveyor.
Good. I was just gonna say you're gonna have to do something really special to get his attention, but I think the card might do it for you.
There you go.
Describe a male identifying NPC who's useful to the action or detrimental to the action. GM has veto over your description and controls the NPC after the end of the round. The NPC gives a +1 because he's helping me, so it's a +1 die. So as long as they're useful. If the GM is particularly pleased by your description, they give a +2 dice this round and +1 die thereafter.
Hey, that's like my card.
As you're getting ready to fly off the top of this vehicle, you glance up ahead, because right before all this went down, you saw the corn dog stand and purveyor. And as you were going off, what is it that you think you can do to draw his attention to help save you from becoming part of the program?
I would yell his name real quickly, and now is when I need everybody to insert a very good name for the corn dog purveyor, because I can't think of one.
It'd have to be a New Yorkie type of...
A New Yorkie Joe.
Vinny?
Joe!
There's
Joey.
got to be a joke in here somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What do you mean?
Richard the corn dog burger.
Oh,
Dick.
there you go.
Oh. Dick on a stick.
I like Frank.
It would have to be... Oh, Frank. Yes, it's Frank N. Furter.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you yell...
Frank! Frank, help me!
Okay. No, I'm good with it. I'll give you the +2.
What does Frank look like?
Well, he has a great big Mario mustache.
Yeah.
And he wears one of those, what we call a Donny hat. What are those hats actually called?
The little
flat top hat with a brim on the front.
Okay, yeah.
Like the golfers wear.
A newsboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks up and sees you and drops the 2 corn dogs he had there and runs over, pushes the patron out of aside because
Pushes the grieving son out of the way to catch him.
just trying to get a corn dog to drown his sorrows from his father's
That's
death.
the only thing that ever made his father happy was Frankenfurter's corn dogs. And
This is taking such a turn tonight. Oh my gosh.
The at the same time, the explosion of the foam in front, and he runs back to grab you. What do you roll? What are you rolling?
Jeez. Brains and science.
How about? Let's see.
you just picked your 2 best things.
Yes, of course I did. Probably be psychology, because I'm trying to get him to want to help me.
Chutzpah. We'll do chutzpah
Okay.
then. And then, well, how about, psychology.
Well, that gives me 2 dice total.
And then you get a +2
Okay, cool.
with the card,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
And I'm going to say this is going to be quite hard to convince him, so a 2. You need 2
Okay.
successes. Because he is selling some corn dogs right now.
I got 2. A 5 and a 5, so just barely got 2.
Computer die, okay?
It's a 1.
Okay. So yeah, you're sliding off. He drops the corn dogs, runs out, and you fall right into his arms, and he sort of bends at the knee, and he
And we wrestle.
he catches you and gently lays you to the ground as this explosion of foam comes barreling towards. So I want you to roll some check to see if you can get your footing and run back away from the phone. And also, do you want to help your corn dog buddy in the process?
Get him away from the phone?
Yeah, I mean, you want to help him along the way, or are you just going to be selfish and run
I will help
yourself?
him. He just caught me, so I'll help him, and we'll both try and get away.
Okay, explain to me what you want to do. You land on the ground, you see the foam, you hear the explosion, and...
Frank, run! So I'll grab him, and we'll hold on to each other, and we'll run back down the hall.
All right, so you need to give me a check of some kind because of everything that's going on.
Mechanics, because we're trying to... Or no, probably be chutzpah, wouldn't it? Or brains, realizing the situation, using my brains to realize what's going to happen.
Oh, I would go with brains, yeah.
Okay, and...
I'm going to say psychology again.
Okay.
You're going to have to convince him quickly. And you're going to it's going to be a little more difficult because you have to explain to him very quickly that you need him to move after he so gently saved you. So it is going to be quite hard. I'm going to give you a 2 again.
Okay, so that gives me 3 dice, or 3 dice, plus I get 1 extra die because it was 2 dice for that round and then plus 1 die thereafter, so I get 1 more die from him. Oh, I got it. I had 2 6s and 2 1s. And,
Computer die?
yeah, the computer noticed.
Oh, no.
Moxie!
Oh, dear.
Here's what happens. You go, quick, let's go! And you grab his arm, you push him out in front of you as you start to run forward or run back away from the impending foam. And the computer pops on and says, "Hey! Ooh, you're looking pretty stressed there. Let me help you out a bit." And suddenly your legs go limp, some soft music starts playing, you fall to the ground, and you hear gentle waves and soft music playing. Oh, you're going to feel so much better. Just lay back and relax as the foam covers your body.
But does she get Frank out of the way?
Yeah, what happened to Frank?
Frank is fine. Frank, you succeeded. You pushed Frank out right in front. Now,
Did she get a corn dog?
the poor patrons that were there looking at the corn dogs on the ground see this all happen and also get engulfed with the foam.
Corn dogs are bad for your health.
So let's go back to Roy.
That's what you get for helping Frank.
Roy, you're on the ground. Thanks. Orange vanilla is great. But do you prefer cans, bottles, dispensers, plastic bottles? And on as people come up to you saying, "You killed Joe!" and start kicking you. Taking the maimed, hurt, wound action now.
Oh no! You start stepping on your already damaged foot.
I might have been the first to 3 trees and stars, but I'm not the first to maim.
I need urgent medical attention.
Yes, you
And
do.
I roll 1 die per round.
Oh, no.
And if I get a 1, I'm dead.
Oh, no. It's okay. You've got clones. You got clones.
That's what being maimed does?
Yeah.
Oof.
How did you have that information ready so fast?
Oh, I anticipated
Started
it.
looking it
I
up.
anticipated. No, I had it written down.
He knew. He knew.
As you're being beaten and you're hearing you're seeing visual displays of bottles and cans and different types of dispensers, and this is really loud in your ears, and you just feel the kicks and the punches on your body. Let's do your first roll.
Insta death. Insta death.
5.
5. So you're good. You continue to be beaten.
Perfect.
Oh, you're just fine. You're okay. You're just getting kicked and punched.
You're
Okay,
fine.
so where are we at? Now we go back to that's what. You are laying on the ground.
Yes.
You fell off, right?
I fell off, but the foam was on either side of the vehicle, so I'm kind of in a little pocket of safety.
Okay, so you roll to a stop. You sort of look up and you see Roy being kicked and punched. You see you look over and you see Throbby. Where did you end up, Throbby?
I'm deep in the basket.
Oh, that's right. In the basket with the scrub bot still barreling forward because it's still not solidified yet. So this but these whole sides of the scrub bot are covered except for the side area where the controls are. That still is flapping against the side of the vehicle. And you roll over and you see Can being covered with this foam. And the foam is still moving back, too.
Correct. So TR is not currently fighting for his life or anything like that.
No. He's
Okay.
relatively safe for the moment.
For the moment.
Because we're in round 2, and you said the grenade solidifies in 3 rounds. Is that correct?
Solidifies
2
in
rounds.
2 combat rounds.
2 rounds. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So that means it solidifies on my turn?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I see this foam. I'm in a little pocket. Yeah, you are. I'm in a little pocket of safety, looking back away from the foam. What do I see? Like,
So you fell off the back of the vehicle. You see
Yeah,
the vehicle pulling away from you at 30 mile an hour. You see a little throbby in the back basket sort of moving around. You see this corn dog vendor, or sorry, what'd you call him?
Frank. Purveyor.
Frank.
Corn dog
Frankfurt.
purveyor
Yes.
running past you. You see a crowd over that were at the corn dog stand and along with Can being covered with this foam that's going around both sides of the vehicle. You look over to your right-hand side and you see about 6 people just kicking the living shit out of Roy.
Right. I'm mostly worried about Throbby. He's pretty hidden in that basket. Would I know that he's the one that threw the grenade? That's what I'm not sure.
You don't know that because you were in
Okay.
the back holding on to controls when that happened.
I run. I want to run away from the foam.
Okay, so you're running the opposite direction, trying to keep up with Corn Dog Purveyor.
Yeah, I'm on Frank's tails.
Team Frank.
Frankie Frank. Frankie Frank.
As you run by, he says, "Hi, I'm Frank," and you do make a new friend briefly.
And I say, hey, I don't know them. And I keep running.
You become quick friends in the having that moment of terror together. That really does bond people quickly.
Yeah, I'm running away. I'm running away with Frank, actually. We're gonna elope real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so now we go back to Throbby. Throbby,
It's all that adrenaline.
we are going to come to a very quick stop in one way or another. So the scrub bot is now close enough to where it would hit the wall if it makes it, or it could potentially crash through. A lot of the foam has went up over top of the vehicle and off the backside because it sort of went through the foam. So potentially, if you could grab onto the controls and just tweak it enough, you may be able to make it through that 5-foot corridor unscathed and not covered.
Depends on if he uses his left or his right, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I know the foam's gonna solidify, right? I think I might just brace for impact in the basket and just wait for the foam to do its job.
Coward!
I think you can tell that you could, if one of two things is going to happen, is the foam is not going to stop you. You're going to smash into the wall,
Okay.
or you're going to make it into the corridor.
Okay.
The foam is sort of rolled up over top of the vehicle and covered everybody around you. You sort of exploded, and then the vehicle went through it.
But you know it suffocates you. It's not like a nice cover everybody. It's like...
Yeah, but I'm not covered.
Or you don't have. You can jump out of the vehicle. There's a number of things you could do. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
We still kind of need the bot. Mind you, at this point, it's more of a liability than anything. So
Yeah.
Says who? We're not getting this mission completed anyway.
I'm gonna jump out of it, and I'm gonna just jump out of it.
Okay. So this foam is one up and over the top. It's sort of rolling over top of the back of the vehicle, not going into the basket. So you could jump out. You have an opportunity to jump off the right side where you see Roy being beaten to death. There is a small area where you could jump off that side,
I love how he says to death. It's
not be engulfed in the foam.
Okay, yes, I want to
So
try.
how would you like
I
to
want
do
to try
that?
to get as close to Roy as possible. But I want to do like a sweet ninja roll as I do it and apply stealth.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to see me.
Perfect.
freaking throws
Okay,
a
so-
grenade and then ninjas out of it.
Okay, so describe it to me.
Well, I kind of like poke my head up out of the basket and see what's going on. I'm like, oh man, I wish I never had to leave you, basket. And then I kind of just hurl myself out of it, like kind of like a penguin coming up out of the water, like whoosh.
Yeah.
And
Dolphin.
for the briefest moment, I'm like this torpedo in the air as the sun kind of glints off of my body, my glistening foam body. And then chuck into the tightest ball and hopefully pitch myself forward to start rolling as I hit the ground.
Yeah, and there's like some tables and things that are out on the boardwalk that you could maybe hide behind if you
Okay.
put yourself in the right position where you could maybe roll up behind it so nobody sees you jump
Oh,
out.
perfect.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll do, what did you say you wanted to do?
At least stealth.
Stealth. And how about, let's do violence. Stealth and violence.
Okay.
And we'll do a difficulty of 3. This is going to be pretty tough not to be detected.
That is valid, but that is a total of 8 dice.
Damn.
Nice.
I'm really good at getting in and out of baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. That is no success.
On 8 dice?
What?
Oh,
Are you kidding? Strikes
Oh,
out.
the highest I got was a couple 4s, but everything is a 3 or lower.
And the computer die?
Computer die is only a 2.
Okay, so you pop your head up over the basket, you look around really sneaky-like, you jump up, you slip and fall right off to the side and are covered with the foam. As you barely make it within inches of the side of the vehicle. The basket weaves over to try to catch you, but it's just too late. As you see the vehicle go in and through the hallway and continue down as all of the foam settles into the room.
Goodbye, Basketina. I'll always love you.
Basket.
I love how we've turned this
Goodbye for now,
basket into a character.
Okay, I think we're at Roy.
I never loved you. Okay, sorry.
Roy, you are, so as you're laying there, thank you for choosing bottle. What straw type do you prefer? Twisty? Paper? Plastic? And you, continue to get, beat upon. Do you want to do anything? I mean, you can't see and you can't really hear anything but the, survey announcement, but you can still do things.
Do I feel like I could interrupt the computer and talk to the computer? Or is this like a survey that's going to keep going no matter what I say?
I think you could try. How would you like to
You
do
want to
that?
call the computer's attention to you more so than it already is?
No, it's
Because he's dying.
It's already on me, so I figure I'm not going to lose a point of moxie.
No, but you can lose your life.
Well, the computer showed up. The computer showed up and then gave you a survey. The computer's not there anymore.
Oh, I see.
He just started a survey for you.
Okay.
He really appreciates your feedback.
Gotcha. All right. So then that kind of answers my question, I guess. Then I'm not actually talking to the computer. It's like a automated survey. I would like to try and wait for a moment when I feel the next kick that gets landed into my ribs, and grab that leg. And my intent is to try and hold on to it and reach for where I think a gun might be on someone's belt.
Perfect. Okay. So, what would you like to use?
Well, since I'm reaching for a gun, I feel like it would be related to the gun skill. And violence, I guess. Yeah. Or chutzpah.
Okay.
Chutzpah always works, right?
Sounds good to me.
I would say probably brains.
Brains, okay.
Brains, because you're trying to, without seeing or hearing, figure out where this gun might be. And those two sound good.
Now the one die roll per round. When do I roll that?
Yeah, we'll do that right at the end. We'll see if you can pull this off.
See if it was all worth nothing.
Quite literally, if you can pull the gun off.
The injured. So I'm no longer injured, but with the injured characteristic, I would have a -2. Do I still have a -2 now that I'm maimed?
You have a -3.
You
-3
are very...
now that you're maimed. And so you were rolling how many die?
5.
Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that you can try to you know what a foot feels like beating against your ribs.
Naturally.
I mean, you've just had that happen.
This isn't the first rodeo.
Who doesn't, right? So And this same guy has been kicking you pretty consistently right there. So after about the third kick, you sort of know it's coming. So I'm going to say you can do it relatively easily. I'm going to give you one success, and you're going to be able to grab this guy, reach up his leg, and see if he has.
I'm either going to grab a gun or something else that's
That's right.
It's like reach
slightly
up his
more
leg.
squishy
Okay.
than a gun.
Let's see how the dice come
Is
out.
that a gun in your pocket, or are you
You're just happy to kick me.
So computer dies a 2,
Okay,
and
Fine.
I rolled 1 success.
awesome. That's what you needed. And you rolled how many die?
I rolled so that would be 4 non-successes.
Okay. So you do
You led
do
with the good
grab
news.
his leg. You, of course, as you would suspect, slide your hand
I
up his
Travel
leg.
up the inseam.
You do. You travel up, and you don't feel a gun. You do get to a place where you hear a painful response, and also shock from all the other people that are kicking you. So the beating does stop briefly. As you do hear the other person, as you feel the leg go to the ground, this individual falls down. So you did stop the beating at this
All
point,
right.
and a lot of people are
Pretty sure that's
shocked.
treason to grab up
It
there.
wasn't.
You know
It wasn't what I was
Just
aiming for,
wrestling.
but it did get
Just
me a little bit of.
Reprieve.
Bill,
Reprieve.
you did wrestle in high school. You've been there, you know? what I'm
And
saying?
played rugby. That's a common tactic in rugby as well. All right, so I'm gonna roll my death save. It's a 4.
Ka-chunk.
I live to see another round.
So let's see. I think we go. Where did we go from there? Who was the last one? Roy. I think we go to Can, right?
I'm just
Can.
having fun. I don't know who started.
You are covered in
I
foam.
am.
Suffocating.
Yeah. But
So
serenely.
yeah.
And silently. No one can hear.
But it is very nice music playing with the sound of waves as you everything goes dark.
Yeah.
As you try to pull yourself up to run along to catch up to Frank, suddenly your arms and legs solidify in place, and
You're fucked.
and you start to suffocate. So give yourself the hurt.
You're gonna play this out.
Condition?
You're gonna make me slowly suffocate.
Yeah, you're going to suffocate. You can still think internally. In your
Oh, good.
mind,
At least I
but,
have that.
Yeah,
It's basically like being stuck in an ooze.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you want to try to do
Only
anything?
far more difficult to get out of.
I can't use my arms or my legs. I can only see and hear waves on the beach and music. What the
Yeah.
fuck am I gonna do?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think you're gonna close your eyes and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Frank! Let's see.
What kind of cards you got, girl?
I want to use my anomaly.
Oh.
Okay. And how does that work?
Spend 1 moxie to make things happen. You can't control what those things are, the GM does, but they're generally beneficial to you. In the past, they've been exploding heads, reversed gravity, time dilation, gigantism, and memory holes. The harder you concentrate, the bigger the effect.
Okay. Let's see.
The foam just falls away from me, and I can run again.
You could try to make yourself big.
Okay, so as you
That's what Bill was doing to that other guy.
right.
If I had been a little bit gentler, maybe.
Royce using his anomaly.
So as you get up and start moving, right before things solidify, a corn dog comes flying through the air, moving the foam away from the side of your face with one nostril still clear because of the moving corn. So you can still breathe, but you are stuck
What good is that?
in the foam. You're beneficial. It's beneficial to you. You're not suffocating.
I'm so trapped. I would rather suffocate, die, and get a new clone.
It's still possible.
Succumb to the foam.
That's a waste of a moxie. I had to use a whole moxie for that, and that's all I get? A corn dog brush in my
Burn your
nostril?
resources. I feel like I've heard a DM say burn your resources before. Yeah, sure, burn your resources.
All right, and now we go to, I think it's Throbby, right?
Yeah.
So Throbby, you are stuck in the foam also, but you landed sort of in a ball curled up, and you sort of rolled out of the main area of foam. So you're just covered in it with your body, so you can stand up or you can move around before it solidifies.
Oh, okay. I would like to get over to Roy.
Okay.
And I think I just want to kind of flop onto him.
I'm gonna say that your legs don't have any foam on them because you were curled up into a ball, but your arms do. So you can still move around with your legs, but your arms are both solidified in a sort of a punchy kind of
Flex?
Okay.
position. Your arms are up like a flex. Yeah, like you started to lift 2 dumbbells, you got about halfway and they froze up.
You're like holding the bar, waiting for your spotter to pull it
Right,
off.
but your leg and your head can still move. But your legs and head are still good, but your torso is sort of frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, then I yell, "He killed Joe!" and start stomping on Roy again, trying to get the stomp up.
Not see that coming.
All right, so
Got to be
What?
kidding me right now.
so how would you like to make that attack?
Well, definitely violence and melee.
I can't argue with that at all. So
Violence and kicking.
yeah, your legs are just fine. So this is only going to be a bit of an effort to do. So it's only 1 die
Oh, sweet. Okay.
for a success.
Oh, sweet. That's great.
Well, I have 5 dice, but I've failed on better odds.
Bill's like yawning through this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's 3 successes and a 6 on the computer.
Ooh.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna check out. You're gonna go over there. You say that the guy laying on the ground holding his junk, and other people's looking in shock. You run over, and you give this soccer ball kick right to the skull, and just snap his neck. Of course, Roy, you will be coming back as clone number 2, and. Right after you do that, suddenly the computer says, "Hey, buddy, how's my number 1 doing?"
I have been better.
Oh, really? Problems?
Yes, a traitor. Someone killed Joe.
Oh, my. Not Joe.
Everyone here is also distraught.
Is there, who killed Joe?
Well, someone in the crowd.
Oh, my. I see. Well, you had to see who it was. I mean, you need to apprehend whoever this is. Take out your weapon and exterminate whoever the traitor is. Immediately.
Roy also gooed my hands. But I can kick pretty good.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're keeping a positive attitude. Well...
I don't know, but can the computer like see what I see, or like?
His hands.
Yeah, he can look through your eyes if he wants. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the guy on the ground, said reeling in pain. It seems this one is in pain from the kick.
Well, administer aid immediately.
Of course, I will aid him now.
Was there anything I can do to help?
Can you ungoo my hands?
Oh, how did they get gooed in the first place? What were you doing?
Well, there's a long story, but there was a basket, and then there was The traitor threw a foam grenade.
Oh, tell me more about a foam grenade. Whoa. That is, nobody should have one of those unless they're authorized. Who threw the grenade?
The dead traitor.
Oh, I could go back and review the footage and find out for sure. To make sure that we apprehend the correct person.
Of course.
Give 1 moment.
Uh-oh.
I can't tell you how sad I am right now, Throbby.
Oh no.
My number one and then this.
yes. I love it.
Vindication.
I tell you, I don't know if one treason star is gonna get it, pal. What? Can you? I mean, you had to have a good reason, right? I can't possibly imagine why you would do something like this.
I did not have full autonomy of my body. The traitor, who is now dead, must have used a power.
Are you saying you were a mutant, or the mutant power was used against you?
Yes.
Well, we can't have that. I'm glad he's dead. Do you feel that you've done the right thing?
Yes. Are you happy? If you're happy, I'm happy with what I've done.
I'll tell you what. It can't go. We can't just let this slide, though, right? I mean, you did have possession of this grenade and used it in a very open area with tons of other citizens, and just look at the chaos. Look at the mess you caused. I'll tell you what, pal. I'm going to have to take you out. You're no longer the number one.
No. You can't do this to me, computer. Please.
Yeah.
No.
You know, you were really up there with number one. But pal, I'm going to remove it, and everybody's going to have to know that you're not doing the right thing. I'm going to have to give you 2 additional treason stars. and let me tell you, it pains me to do such. It really does.
So what? How many stars?
How
do we
the
see
mighty
over his
have
head?
fallen.
And on top of that, I'm going to have to ask you to give those foam grenades to the proper authorities as soon as you possibly can.
You're harsh but fair, computer. Always our friend.
Okay, well, if you need anything else, just give me a call. And until then, here, watch this how-to video. This video will teach you how to understand and do the right things for Friend Computer. It's a small refresher, about 15 to 20 minutes with a questionnaire at the end. And just have a seat. And hopefully, when we get done, you'll have learned a little bit of something, and we can move on from this.
Thanks, computer.
And boom, the video comes up on your screen, and it says, "How to do the right thing in Alpha Complex." Hi. Sit back and get comfortable. This is going to take about 3 hours. Okay. Let's go to that's what? You're the only one that's not
Covered in goo.
You're the only you're standing over there with Frank.
Yep.
You see this chaos, you see everything that just happened.
I saw Throbby go and kick
Yep.
Roy. And Roy's not, is he covered in goo or not?
Roy's
dead.
Is dead.
Oh, he's dead now.
Roy's all sorts of dead, thanks to TR. His
Roy
good buddy
is
TR.
dead. Can is covered.
Except for my nose.
Okay.
One nostril.
That's right, just half my nose.
Just go over to Can and just
Plug.
Here, let me help you out here.
Stick your finger in my nose.
put a corn
can't
dog
pick
up
your
there.
friends. You can't pick your nose. But you can't pick your friend's nose. I'm just gonna keep walking away and
Look inconspicuous.
Yep. Just kind of whistle along like, oh wow, yeah, that's terrible. What the heck? Who did that? A bunch of treasonous fools over there. Something is not right.
So he stops and looks and he goes, Oh my God! Look at Can's been completely covered in that foam. We got to get her out.
Who's
And he
he?
runs over. Frank is the.
My friend.
Okay, so he
My
runs
buddy.
over.
The only one that apparently cares about me.
And can I tell by her breathing that she's suffocating through that nostril?
She's not suffocating, but you hear the wheezing of the air coming in and out of her nose.
I look at Frank and I say, that's no way to go. And I pull out my needler and I shoot her in the nose. Put her out of her misery.
Thank you.
All right. So what's your needler?
So
say?
my needler is violence +4 for whatever that's worth. And it's a small hypodermic dart that comes out up to 15 meters. And it takes effect in 1 to 2 rounds, and it knocks. It's a knockout drug. Knocks them out.
You could just shoot me with your gun. We all have guns.
Do I have a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought I just had this. Okay, yeah. She's a gun. Let's offer. Get
So
her.
you're gonna just describe to me how you want to.
Frank is like, Can, you were my favorite customer, whatever crap he says. And she's like, you were my favorite purveyor.
Yeah, it was.
And I take the small, skinny little barrel and shove it right in the nostril. And I say, Can, I'll see you on the other side. And
In my head, I salute you.
I'm not gonna have you make any rolls or anything, but so you do, and
point blank.
Can, you're going to go to clone number 3, I believe it is, right? Because you used one to burn earlier.
I did. Yep.
So you're on clone number 3.
Welcome to the 3 Club.
You pull the trigger. Frank goes, "Wait! I've got this new special stuff that dissolves this foam." And that's where we're going to end tonight.
No! Can is gonna kill me.
Also doubles as my corn dog batter.
Keeps you wanting more.
Although lately your recording's been pretty, like I haven't been touching yours at all. Same with Elena's. Elena's used to be really quiet, but now
I was gonna say I turned my gain up a little bit ago. Yeah.
Have you been touching me?
it's just
I didn't.
a tiny little
I didn't
bit.
notice.
Touching
Did you touch me to make me louder or quieter?
Teensy tweak to pipe you down a little bit.
I'm not going to ask
All
you. I
right.
know you're constantly turning my laugh down.
Emily's just right.
That's one of my favorite parts of when we're listening around the house. Did I touch your mic?
Elena dialed your knobs.
I am going to record the Zoom call.
I forgot. I always forget about
We were
that.
missing the best material.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's okay.
But I remember before we started. That's what counts, right?
Let's do it again.
Are we good?
All right.
All right. Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Beautiful.
You're not gonna
Couple
find.
seconds
You're
between
not gonna
each clap.
find that clap on
Hot
my
diggity
mic.
damn.
Ask me a question. You're gonna need it.
All right.